friends, and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming, and back to If My Heart Had Wings. We are now dating Katori. I have no idea what that means for the length of the game, but we're just going to continue. The improved glider's test flights had been a success. In many ways. Goober. While it did need minor adjustments, there were no larger issues. While taking breaks, we flew until sunset. In that time, Asa, Yoru, and Ageha also got to ride. Asa seemed extremely pleased, and was so moved by the scenery she saw from the sky. Flying with wings that we had made, it gave us something more than just flying. After the test flight, Ageha came back with us to the dorms, and we had a meeting to review the day while eating dinner. In actuality? Yeah, sure. No, okay, there we go. It actually turned into a meeting full of self-praise where we said our glider is the best and talked about how exciting flying had been. Afterward, I cleaned up the area. That bath felt good! Ageha came into the cafeteria while drying her hair with a bath towel. She sat in front of the fan, turned it all the way up, and put her face near it. Big baths are so nice. Has everyone already taken a bath? Katori hasn't yet. She hasn't? What is she doing anyway? I don't know. Just sitting in her room alone and smiling. During dinner, Katori hadn't spoken much. It seemed like she was silent because she didn't want to be made fun of regarding everything with me. And what's more, she hasn't been speaking in the past few days, so perhaps she has forgotten how to talk to everyone. Why don't you go see her? I won't intrude. After I finished cleaning up, Ageha looked at me with that face that says, I know you want to go now. I act oblivious and wash the dishes. And with this, I have made a comeback. Katori is your girlfriend now, so I have become your best friend again. Actually, I feel like we've had this conversation before. But I didn't think you'd actually date her. What, is there a problem? There's no problem. It's more like it finally happened. When did you start to like Katori? Ageha bends forward like an old lady who loves gossip. I don't know. You don't know? It just kinda happened. I wonder when it was that I realized. When I came to like her more than just a friend. But even then, I wasn't thinking about her in that way. Anyway, we were together every day, and we're so close that Ageha called us best friends. I didn't need to ask for anything more. Maybe I actually began to think about it when Katori received that love letter. Seeing Katori receive that love letter from someone whose face she didn't even know and get all flustered, I became unsettled in spite of myself. I thought maybe Katori would go away. Thinking about that was heartbreaking. I realized that I liked Katori. Well, whatever. Even if you hadn't begun dating, she was your best friend. Sometimes it gets hard to know exactly how you like a person. Yeah, something like that. I think that's how friend zones happen so often. Ageha opened the fridge and took out a bottle of cider that she had been chilling. Then she drank half of it at once. Ah, this tastes so good after a bath. So you aren't bothered by this? By what? By Katori and me. Dating. What do you mean? Are you asking me if I'm jealous? No, not that. I mean, like, sometimes it happens, you know? Things get awkward or whatever. I won't know until it actually happens, but I'm happy that you and Katori are dating. Are you really? You're both my close friends, and I really like both of you. I'm glad that two people I like so much have gotten together. She says this nonchalantly, and actually is really cool. That's so cool of her. I mean, if I'm asked whether I'm jealous, I can't really answer with 100% confidence, but there's something a little unsteady about Katori, right? Just watching her makes me worried. But I think that if you're with her, you can make her happy. Ageha. Or something like that. Maybe I get a bit dramatic. Maybe I got a bit dramatic right now. Ageha spoke jokingly and then finished the rest of her cider. Then she picked up the remote and turned on the TV. Oh, it's already started! The variety TV show that Ageha watches every week had already begun. Ageha turned to look Agea turned the cafeteria chair. Agea took the cafeteria chair, turned it backwards, and started watching the TV while holding the back of the seat. Phew, that was rough. I finished washing the dishes, turned off the water, and wiped my hands. Alright, I guess I'll take my bath. See you later. Agea spoke while facing the TV. I won't intrude on you for a while, so do your best. What does that even mean? You didn't have to say that. I murmured this as I left the cafeteria. What is that even supposed to mean? Hey, Katori. Katori, are you there? Hey, Hat. Hat poked his head through a special door. Is your partner inside? I don't understand, but it seems she isn't there. I wonder where she went. I thought maybe she went into the bath, but I don't hear anything from the bathroom. I wonder if she's in Asa's room. But Katori is in a wheelchair, so she can't go to the second floor by herself. When she talks to people who live on the second floor, it's usually in the cafeteria or in her own room. I wonder if she went out. Yeah. Don't worry about me. I'm having fun every day. I have lots of friends, and what's more, today... it's nothing. Katori. He scared the crap out of her. I put my hand on Katori's shoulders from behind and spoke into her ear, and she jumped up in her wheelchair like a cat and gave a shriek. In doing so, she almost dropped the cell phone she was holding. Wait, cell phone? It's nothing. It's just that stupid duck played a trick on me. Gosh, he's in so much trouble, that stupid duck. She scowls at me, and I mouth I'm sorry. From behind, the cell phone was hidden in her hair, and I couldn't see it. I thought she'd been staring at the stars, basking in a sentimental feeling. Okay, got it. Alright, I'll be waiting. Good night. Katori spoke in a gentle tone she doesn't even use for us, and then hung up the phone. I'm sorry. Come on. I made that weird sound, so my dad was really worried about me. You were on the phone with your family, huh? Yeah. It's been a while, so I wanted to hear their voices. And I decided to go home. Just during Oban. Really? Yeah. I always make them worry about me, and I want to tell them how happy I am right now. I see. Was your dad happy? He seems really happy, but... But? He says he'll come get me tomorrow morning. What? My dad is coming in his car to pick me up tomorrow morning. Your dad doesn't waste any time at all, does he? Well, I mean, they haven't seen her in, like, over a year at this point. Coming the morning after the phone call must have been, or really mean he wanted to see Katori. So we won't be able to see each other for a while. Even though we started going out. Yeah, that's true. I guess it can't be helped. Katori really seems sorry, but it wouldn't be right to stop her from going. Why do you look so uneasy? I mean, I'll be staying at my house for the first time in a long time, and on top of that... Katori slowly cast her eyes downward. I heard a little bit from Hibari about why you left your house. It was really painful, wasn't it, being with your family? Watching her parents, who were so engulfed in sadness, thinking that she was the cause and blaming herself. It must have been so hard. Katori nodded silently, perhaps thinking back to that time. But things are different now, right? A moment ago, your voice sounded so gentle. Yeah. At the time, my mom and dad always looked so sad. It was like my life had ended. Even though it was nothing more than my legs not working anymore. They thought it was their fault that I had gotten into the accident, so they always apologized to me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. In my heart, I was always blaming myself. I told myself that I was the one who made my family like this. That continued for so long. I couldn't take it anymore, so I decided to leave the house. It must have taken a huge amount of courage for a girl who can't walk to decide to leave her house. But that means it was painful enough to make her decide something like that. I wanted to run away from my family, but it wasn't just that. I'm still alive. It's not like my life has been wasted. I wanted to prove that to myself. That's why you came to Keifu Academy? Katori nods. Keifu Academy is completely barrier-free and has student dorms. You can get here in 3 hours by car from my house in Tokyo. My dad thought that if anything happened, he could come here right away. This was the perfect place to convince my parents to let me leave. I lied about being interested in engineering, but since I wasn't interested at all, things were really hard after I entered the school. And that's why, when I transferred to the school, Katori was at the top of her class for general studies, but for specialized studies, she was near the bottom. After she entered the soaring club, that changed, but it's amazing you could convince your parents like that. It seems they thought that even if I could get it, or that even I could get a job. Anyway, I had to choose a school that was barrier-free, so I didn't have many other choices. Also, Habari supported me. I see. That's why I chose Geifu Academy. Now everything is really fun. I have friends, there are things I want to do. I found a boyfriend. Katori said that part nervously and grabbed my shirt collar. I'm glad I came here. Thank you for coming here. I said this and rubbed Katori's head softly. Her hair was glossy and felt so good to the touch. Katori narrowed her eyes as though it tickled and then blushed. And you were finally able to ride in the glider too. Yeah! Katori suddenly became happy and raised her voice. How was your first flight? It felt so good! Katori's eyes sparkled as she spoke. It was almost like she was reporting the fun events of her day to a parent. It's so fun to fly through the air! It feels even more amazing when you fly it yourself. Yeah, it must! We haven't begun making Katori's cockpit yet. We had decided to begin after the glider's body was finished. Katori rubbed her temples as though she were thinking of a plan. What's wrong? There were too many great things today. My mind can't process them all. I rode in a glider for the first time, and even if that had been the only thing, I would have been so happy. And then you told me your feelings while we were flying. I thought it was the best time to tell you. Yeah, I'm sure it was the best. Even 10 or 20 years from now, I'll remember things that happened today. Then it was a success. I smiled a bit jokingly, and Katori made a serious face and looked up at me. I just want to check. Aoi, are you serious? Huh? About what? About me. Do you really, like you? Katori put her hand on her chest as though she'd been taken damage. What is it? Do you doubt me? It's not that. It's just that I don't have much confidence. Oh, my heart. It doesn't make sense for me to date someone as handsome as you. Like one of the 7 wonders of the world. Oh, for goodness sake, Katori. Hey, why don't you try saying that after looking in the mirror? She doesn't realize how cute she is. I mean, you were calling yourself a beautiful girl a while ago. Yeah, well, I am pretty, but look at my body. You're nice, Aoi, so you felt bad for me, and then... I really like you, Katori. You're cute. You think of your friends, and somehow I feel calm when I'm with you. I don't know about that. I'm always told I have a bad personality. Yeah, I think that's cute too. I'm not happy to hear that. But what about you? Do you really like me? I figured it was a good time to ask. Of course I do. Are you stupid? She answered as though my asking were totally strange. I mean, you're so handsome, kind, good at cooking, and have a mean side. And then... She lists off my good qualities one after another. There were a few things that didn't sound so nice, but anyway. Alright, I understand. Quit saying such embarrassing things. So you understand how amazing you are, right? This is a relationship I can get behind. They're both, like, trying to build each other's confidence. Like, they both equally see how awesome the other person is, even if that person can't see it. It seemed like she wanted to say, I told you so. Somehow I feel strange for someone as amazing as you to like me. She spoke with no confidence, hanging her head. She's awfully stubborn, acting like this despite all I've said. So what will happen from now? Katori lifted her head as I put my lips to hers. I had taken Katori by surprise. Her eyes were wide open. I put my hand on the armrest of Katori's wheelchair, leaned forward, and kissed her harder. With a start, Katori rested her hand on mine, which was still on her armrest, and then she squeezed it hard. Her hand was shaking slightly. Katori, I love you. I whispered this while our lips were still touching. Then I pressed my lips onto hers again while stroking her hair. It's so cute! Katori closed her eyes. She relaxed her body and enjoyed the moment. Katori's lips are so soft. I felt pulled towards her lips, and even as I kissed her and she kissed back, they were so soft. They were so lustrous and tasted sweet. Owie. Our lips separated and she called my name. So, through her slightly opened eyelids, her teary eyes slightly twinkling in the moonlight, met mine. I asked again while stroking her hair. Now you understand how I feel, right? No, I don't. Damn it, Katori! So let's... Oh, I see what she did. I guess there's no choice then. I spoke softly, taking my hand off of Katori's hair and pulling her in for another kiss. Katori looked up, shut her eyes, and abandoned herself to another kiss. She's so cute. I wonder how long that went on for. The wind blew, brushing Katori's hair against my cheek and with a tickling feeling. I put my hands on Katori's shoulders and slowly took my lips from hers. She's so adorable! Just so cute! Our kiss ended, and Katori looked at me blankly. It was like her soul had left her body, and she was sitting limp on her wheelchair. Does that tell you my feelings? Katori, still with a blank expression, nodded her head. Itchy nose. One more time? You're so spoiled, Katori. I spoke in an it-can't-be-helped kind of way and then lightly kissed Katori's forehead. Okay, that's it for today. This is terrible service. Alright, here's a bonus. I kneeled down and hugged Katori. As Katori is sitting in her wheelchair, hugging her is a difficult undertaking. Owie! Katori sighed into my ear contentedly. Alright, how's that service? Katori nodded and then looked away shyly. Alright, let's go back. You haven't taken your bath yet, right? Katori suddenly went red and became flustered. I'm not gonna take you into the bathtub. It's okay, calm down. I hope that's not what... Yeah. No, not like that. I was saying we should take a bath... Or, I wasn't saying we should take a bath together. Yeah, of course, that would be... We've been dating for a day. Let's just backpedal a little. That's right, it was a joke. Whatever the case, it's still too soon for us to... Yeah, he wasn't trying to push that on her. He just wanted to make sure if she wanted to take a bath, he could arrange that for her. Tori was being so meek and cute, I pushed her wheelchair and returned to the dorms. The next morning, I get to meet Katori's father. I don't know how I feel about that. Shaking his bottom, Hat waddled into the cafeteria. Behind him, good morning. Katori followed behind, blinking her eyes sleepily. Oh no, now I'm sleepy. Good morning, you look sleepy. I was nervous. I couldn't sleep well. It's strange to feel nervous to meet your own parents, but when I followed my dad and lived away from my mom for a while, I was a bit nervous to meet her again. Well, my mom didn't care about what inner workings of her son's heart, but anyway. What do you want for breakfast? I'll make it now. I'll toast some bread, so I'm fine. Okay, I'll brew some coffee for you. I'll make it strong. With lots of milk and sugar, okay? Katori prepared Hat's breakfast while talking. Even while she isn't his owner, she's always taking care of him. Hat is more attached to Katori than anyone else, too. Alright, here's your coffee. I wonder if it'll be okay. Katori muttered as she accepted her coffee. Are you still worried about something? My dad, he always dotes on me, so... That's not a problem, is it? Going home is fine. I'm just worried about whether he'll let me come back. She slurped her coffee while talking. Oh, I'm sure he won't... You think he might? I remember her sister and think about it again. It's different than with things with my sister. I haven't really met him in years, and... I'm starting to worry. Is it really okay to let her go? If it really comes down to it, Hibari is saying that she'll bring me back here, even if she has to abduct me. But yeah, I really wondered about that. Well, anyway, just relax there for a while. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, maybe she shouldn't tell him she has a boyfriend. Maybe then he really won't let her come back. Oh no you don't, because you live here now. Katori ate her morning toast with a mixed expression of worry and happiness. I prepare breakfast for myself and the other people who are still in the dorms. It's a simple breakfast, but anyway. Stop yawning! Moolah! Katori was watching me from across the counter while I did so. Don't even think about cheating on me! I wouldn't even dream of it! What's with that, or suddenly saying that? I mean, you're so nice to girls. It worries me. Oh, don't you start that nonsense. Hat! Watch to make sure Aoi doesn't cheat on me. If he does, you can really peck him, okay? She doesn't trust me. I told you I won't cheat. I have such a cute girlfriend after all. While saying this, I stood behind Katori and put my hands on her shoulders. You're the only one I like. From behind her, I turned her head and kissed her on the cheek. Katori blushes and fidgets. However, she quickly scowls at me. Aoi, you're not taking me seriously. Not taking you seriously? I mean, kissing me like that, thinking I'll cheer up if you give me ice cream? You think I'm such a simple girl. I don't think that. Well, I do tend to think it's a good idea to buy a girl ice cream if she's in a bad mood, but... Is this because you love me too? Tori says this and combs her hair upwards. With a yearning look on her face, she says, even knowing that, I want you to deceive me. Is that so? Well then, I'll deceive her. What am I looking around for? What is she looking around for? Katori stretches her neck out like a meerkat and looks around the area. Then, after verifying that no one is near the cafeteria, she thrusts her lip out. Somehow she seems to be insisting that I kiss her. Alright, princess. I went and stood in front of Katori and then kissed her upturned lips. Just for an instant. They tasted like fresh coffee, with lots of milk and sugar. Katori smiled happily and then finished off her toast and jam. Good morning! I heard Hibari's voice and pushed Katori's wheelchair over to the entrance to meet her. Hibari, and also... Aha! A middle-aged man was standing behind Hibari. He was dressed in a gray suit and had a gentlemanly air about him. Dad! Katori! Upon seeing Katori, her father looked like he was going to cry. But he's a gentleman wearing a suit. His expression only showed emotion for an instant, and then he changed to a classy smile. Have you been well? Yes, as you can see. Then her father looked at me. This person is, This is Aoi Minase. He's in charge of the dorms at Flying Fish Manor. It's nice to meet you. My name is Minase. Nice to meet you. I'm Katori's father. Takao Habane. You seem to be rather young. Yes, I'm still a student. My mother manages this property, and I'm just working part-time. But he's a wonderful door mother! Wouldn't you say so, Hibari? Yes, he's great at cooking, takes his job seriously, and is very trustworthy. Yeah, talk me up, Hibari!
Oh.
Wow. As both of his daughters said such things, Katori's father looks at me approvingly. While I held my head high, I felt a bit nervous. I felt a bit insecure. While everyone said how responsible I was, when seen by an adult, I must have still looked only like a child. Thank you for taking care of my daughter. See if you still say that when she lets you know that I'm dating her. After saying this, he extends his hand out, turning me to shake it. Please, continue to look after my daughter. Oh, if only you knew. Thank you. What? Thank you as well? Yeah, thank you as well. After the greetings ended, the remaining dorm students and Ageha came to see Katori off. Are these all students? Are these all of the dorm students? Yes, they're all my friends. This is Kana, Asa, and Yoru. Hello, I'm Kanako Shigure. Shigure. Nice to meet you. I'm Asa Kazato. I'm her sister, Yoru. After being greeted, Katori's father bowed his head politely. Even when speaking with kids of the same age as his daughter, he never forgets to express his gratitude. Next, this is Ageha. Oh, this is your best friend, whom I heard about on the phone. Katori's father appeared moved, extending his hand for Ageha to shake it. Hello, I'm Ageha Hamege. I've heard about you from my daughter. I wonder what she said about me. Katori's father looked at everyone who had lined up and relaxed his expression, looking relieved. He must have been concerned about how his handicapped daughter was getting along in the dorms. To tell the truth, we had gotten Ageha to come in the morning on purpose. Katori had wanted to introduce her best friend to her father so that he'd feel relieved. Yeah, she wasn't making up her best friend. It seems that her experiment was a success. Next, a duck came waddling in, shaking his bottom. Come here, Hat. I'll introduce you. Hat flapped his wings and rested on Katori's knee. This is Hat. He's my oldest friend here. Oh, I see. What a cute duck he is. Asa and Yoru, while I'm gone, please take care of Hat. Leave it to us. Be nice to us, Hat. He's so cute! He is adorable. Alright, let's get going! That's right, I don't want to stay too long and intrude. Hibari pushes Katori's wheelchair. See you, everyone! See you, Aoi! See you later, Katori. Please have a relaxing time at home. Katori got into her father's car and went home. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I think that's a good place to cut it. So we're going to be without Katori for a while. I wonder what's going to happen then, but I'm guessing we're going to build the cockpit for her while she's away, so that it'll be ready when she comes back. Not sure, though. Anyway, I guess we'll figure that all out in the next episode. So until next time, peace out, y'all!